Hey everybody, E-Ray Taronic here, master weaver of mystery suspense thrillers, screenplays, and broadcaster of astrology. Let's go ahead and get into the astrology for Tuesday, okay? So on Tuesday, let me move this over. Okay, it's a little crooked, but it's good. On Tuesday, the sun is in Aquarius at 21 degrees, okay? And it'll be there until around 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means on Monday, around that time, it's already at this 21 degrees of Aquarius. This pertains to friends, goals, and social groups, and it affects placements in any sign between 18 and 24 degrees. Under these energies, people can be violent, excessive, and spiteful, okay? Especially if you square these placements like Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, between 18 and 24 degrees, where you had those placements. Be mindful of that. I would even say Virgo and Cancer too, between 18 and 23 degrees, because they quincunx those energies. So those can be kind of like challenging aspects. Anyway, if you see favorable aspects, then people won't be violent with you. They won't be spiteful, but they can be excessive in the sense of overspending, being more, lustful, things like that. Okay, because they're excessive energies in a general sense. One may be unable to control their anger and their words, so be mindful of that, okay? If you have pent up energy, put it into something active, because it can favor things like occupations that require action or the military and things like that, okay? Also, medical research is favored as well. Check the astrology. Oh, do know that vengeful deeds can backfire on you and turn into disasters. So just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. Check the astrology in the morning at author E-Ray Taronic on Facebook to see how it's affecting each and every sign. Okay. Now moving along to a 2-hour transit. This happens at 10:26 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when the moon and Lilith retrograde in Sagittarius at 4 degrees will be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. These energies are energies of assistance and opportunities wherever you have placements between 1 and 7 degrees of Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, and even Aries. Let me make sure that's, okay. I had to make sure that was right. Okay. Leo and Gemini placements can see favor as well if it's between 1 and 7 degrees. Okay. This pertains to a transformation being had via friends, goals, or social groups, and one's instincts can prompt them to offer something or accept some type of opportunity or assistance, and it creates some type of transformation. Under these energies, one can be sad, accepting, passive. Unless you have favorable aspects or sextile these energies, you could be more ambitious, or you can obtain an opportunity for happiness or something that cheers you up, or you might try to cheer somebody else up. Okay, especially if it pertains to a partnership, if it hasn't been all it was cracked up to be. Okay, or all you thought it was going to be cracked up to be. For some, the burdens of motherhood can be lifted. Okay, so somebody might babysit for you or something like that, so you can go out with your little boo thing, something like that. Okay, some type of burden could be lifted, off of you having motherly duties. Some will actually take the initiative to mend fences with somebody else. Okay, it's a chance to be less self-centered and less flippant with others. So if you've been kind of like blowing somebody off and been more flippant with them, these can be energies where you, won't be like that. These energies can be sensual though. Okay, so meeting somebody's sensual needs can be the goal. So if they're not flipping you off, it might be because they want to do the thing, if it's not that, it could be they want to take you out to eat because they want to eat something, or it could be anything like that, but they are sensual energies. Okay, also, if it's not about that, artistic careers are favored too, just so you know. Some opportunities and assistance can come from that area. Now moving along to kind of like an all-day transit. Venus is in Pisces, semi-sextile to Neptune in Aries at 0 degree, okay, on Tuesday. This will highlight assistance or opportunity, but it must be initiated where you have placements between 0 and 3 degrees of Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, and Taurus. This pertains to romance, finances, and pleasure pursuits. And under these energies, people can be more pleasant, sociable, loyal, aggressive, and passionate. This is the chance to meet new people or simply add someone to your entourage or your group of people that you don't normally congregate with, or court romantically, okay? Or sleep with, or if somebody you've never had sex with. One can be seduced under these energies. Do know that. Success can be had in business and the arts. It doesn't have to be about sex. These energies are harmonious as it pertains to blending opposites. Okay, so opposites attract. Opposite people who do different things in business can get together and work up something to make money financially, or just an opportunity that's beneficial for them. This is the opportunity to equip yourself to face some type of hardships or overcome some type of struggle, even financially. Use your strengths and your smarts, and you can overcome a loss. But do know these are the energies of temptation, even if it's in a financial sense, okay? Keep your priorities and major goals a focus. Here's another 1 hour and 55-minute transit. By 12:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon in Sagittarius at 5 degrees will be squaring Pallas and Pisces, okay? This notes a challenge or effort being required, and this can require your creativity, your strategic thinking, your knowledge, your wisdom, long-distance travel, utilizing your skills, your education, or practicing what you preach, or speaking, what you preach, what your lingo is, your thing. Some people may have issues on the road, so make sure you have your papers in order. This can also indicate some type of difficulty balancing your head with your heart. It could lead to internal conflicts, challenges in regards to applying wisdom without emotional interference. So don't let your emotions get the best of you, okay? Think logically. Where you have placements between 2 and 8 degrees of Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini, you're affected by these energies. And under these energies, one can be tasked to be more inventive, more hardworking, more selfless, and more intellectual, okay? You may be working on something that will make you proud. Success and recognition can be achieved, but you have to put in the work, okay? Even as it pertains to medicine, scientific research, literature, and the arts. Don't let money-making opportunities pass you by, or a lack of finances can wreak havoc on you. One may be too proud to ask for help, though, and figure they just want to do it by themselves alone. It's time, because they would know that time and hard work are the keys to success. But if you feel that way, then you know it's not a time to slack off, okay, under that transit. By 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when the sun will shift to Aquarius at 22 degrees, and it'll stay there until Wednesday around the same time. It pertains to friends, goals, and social groups, and it affects placements in any sign between 19 and 25 degrees. Under these energies, one can be more hardworking, careful, and discerning. Do know that teamwork makes the dream work, and it could be more profitable. Despite rivalries, one can have success in career. All things, even foundations, should be assessed by professionals or experienced people before you build on them, okay, or before you buy the house. So if you're building on a foundation, or you're buying some type of house or structure or anything like that, even a car, check it for flood and fire damage, okay? Especially since we have all those angles affecting travel, okay? Check the astrology at author E. Ray Taronic on Facebook in the morning to see how it's affecting each and every sign, that transit for 24 hours. Now, moving along to another 1 hour and 55-minute transit. This is when it starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is when the moon in Sagittarius at 6 degrees will be squaring Mercury in Pisces. This notes a challenge or effort being required. If you it can require your skills or your communication, like utilizing it. Or you could have challenging communication come your way as it pertains to travel, your education, your skills, what you think or what you preach. So like I said, have your papers in order. Don't flip out on the cop or anything, talk smart. People can experience overthinking, emotional duality, mental stress, and struggles with rational thought. Okay, So don't act impulsively. It's advised to develop patience, emotional intelligence, and be mindful when you are communicating. Where you have placements between 3 and 9 degrees of Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini, you're affected by these energies. And under these energies, one can be more quiet, content, and hardworking. You're advised to try to work on being that way, okay? But they can also be more hedonistic. So beware of being wasteful or too just extreme with like lust and temptations and drinking too much, anything like that, okay? Some are working on happiness with a partnership or a family dynamic, okay? Try to be more hospitable and understanding. Success and recognition can be had as it pertains to food, going out to eat, cooking together. Some people might be even putting together a cookbook. Just mind your manners, mind your attitude, and things like that if you want to have a more hospitable environment. Now, this is a 2-hour transit that starts at 8:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the last transit I want to talk to you guys about. The moon in Sagittarius at 9 degrees will be squaring the North Node retrograde in Pisces. This notes a challenge or effort being required where you have placements between 6 and 12 degrees of Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini. And it notes that in order to achieve a higher aspiration, it will require your skills, your education, long distance travel, or expressing what you think or preach. Some of you have already done this and you're getting some type of result or information in, but it still requires a little more work. Okay. It's time to move out of your comfort zone and break away from the familiar or past life patterns. One may be embracing new, challenging, or unfamiliar experiences. And under these energies, you can be more pleasant, more clever, more flexible, more independent, and more discerning. One can be more passionate about their beliefs, but do try to understand where other people are coming from. Okay. If you need to reconsider something, go ahead and try to do that because it could be an asset to you. You could gain some type of recognition, wealth, or some type of success in a situation. The energies are do speak of faking and copying things. So do avoid forging things or like making counterfeit money or using counterfeit money. Don't misuse your talents to gain money. Okay. Do it in a good way. People will be trying to initiate goals by utilizing their skills under this transit in general. You'll need to because it's a square here. So it requires effort. Religion, law, and literature are favorite if you put in the work. But you'll have to put in the work if you want to see an injustice abolished or an issue overcome. Okay. Thanks for sticking around for the daily astrological update. And I'll see you guys in a couple days. Check my astrology at author E. Ray Taronic on Facebook to see the written astrology in the morning. Bye now.